I'm going to show you how to make this Christmas candle jar. I found this idea on Pinterest. I thought it'd be a cute idea to give out as Christmas gifts this year. They're very easy to make and they're inexpensive. So the first thing you'll need is a jar. It can be any shape, any size, it doesn't matter. I think it'd be cute to get several jars of different heights and put them together as a centerpiece. Mod Podge is going to be the glue, and I use a sponge brush for this. These are very cheap and I just throw them away afterwards so I don't have to wash them. Epsom salt, hot glue. My hot glue gun is already plugged in and warming up. That'll be your first step so it gets ready. You'll need scissors. And then to decorate, I'm using twine and picks that I got at the craft store. I like the natural look of these two together, but if you want to get ribbon, mini Christmas ornaments, you could make it as colorful as you want. Just walk around your craft store and be creative. And then once you're finished, you'll need some candles. So your first step is going to take your jar and your Mod Podge. Get a little on your brush. And you'll just want to paint this on like this. If you get this Mod Podge on anything, you'll want to clean it up while it's still wet, and you'll just use warm soapy water for that. Alright, once you have it all the way on, close this up. Now you'll want to take your salt. I like to hold it on an angle. Start at the top and work down. Spin it around and do it again. I put some computer paper down on the table first. That way when I'm finished with this, I can fold it up and kind of use that as a funnel to put the salt back in the bag. Alright. Once you have your salt on, I like to give a few taps on the bottom to get rid of excess that's going to fall off anyway. Alright. Once you have this, you're going to let this sit for at least a couple hours, I'd say, before you start decorating it. Alright, now this jar has been sitting overnight, so it's ready to be decorated. You want to start with your twine, if you're using twine. You want to hold it, put a small amount of glue, wrap this around tight, and meet it there in the middle. Make sure it sticks. And then I just twist the jar around until I get back to that end. Do another little drop of glue. Twist it again. I'll do a couple layers of the twine to hide the grooves from where the lid screws on, just so they aren't as noticeable. And you don't have to put this much twine on it, it's up to you. You could wrap it around once and tie a bow if you wanted to. I think that's as much as I'm going to do. Put one more drop of glue. Make sure it holds. And then trim this off. Alright. Now to keep the twine in the front from slipping off, I'm going to put a little bit of glue in between the layers that seem loose. And then kind of wipe away the extra. Alright. So now you have this. And now it's time to pick your other decorations. You take your picks and you want to separate them. So I just bent them all like this. Some of them pop off very easily. Some of them are a little thicker and you might need to cut. So I have a whole pile of decorations. Mix and match, see what looks good to you, what doesn't. Compare it to your jar, see if the size looks good or not. I'm going to cut this. And I'm going to get rid of this extra berry. I'm going to use this as my decoration. You just have to play around with it until you find something you like. So I'm going to glue this string in the back and then trim it. Okay, so now it's time to put this on the jar. Some glue. Just like that. There we go. It's ready for a candle and to give as a gift.